I bought the car, and the same day I threw the back seats out, I threw the carpet out, I started gutting it, threw it all in his dumpster. That's 200 pounds, I'm gonna go faster.
The purists love you, don't they?
Yeah.
If you think FOXBODY Mustang should just be preserved, you know, and not really put through their paces, then this is not the video for you, because today we are talking about a Fox that really gets put through its paces. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and guys, we're still at the Chocolate Fox show put on by Fox Mustang Restoration. We're actually winding up the first day, the first pre-meet, takeover, whatever you want to call it. All kinds of Foxes out here, but today we are talking about this one that kind of stands out right here. I don't even know what to call it. Track car, road race car, I don't know. It's insane, and it almost has like just as an insane owner. Andrew, welcome to the channel, sir.
How are you, man?
Good. You know what? I don't know if I told you this yet. I'm building more of an autocross car, but I want to do a little bit of road racing.
Yeah, I'd love to help.
So, but it's not going to be as insane as this one.
We can get you some parts and get you in the right direction, and you'll have the
there
time
we
of your
go.
life.
Maximum Motorsports. He's already putting it out there. But so, what are we looking at here? What is it originally? I mean, it's a Fox, but
this started as a bone stock '89 Mustang GT. I bought it off a guy in Connecticut. He was moving to Florida, and it was literally bone stock other than some Flowmaster mufflers, and year after year it just got crazier and crazier.
Really? So this used to be bone stock? I cannot. And it was a GT, no less.
Yep, GT.
Was it a 5.0 car? I mean, I just had to. Sorry.
It was like,
I take my FOXBODY license. All GTs are 5.0s, so take my FOXBODY license.
It was like a 70,000 mile, you know, push rod, 5.0, nothing crazy. He had like a new clutch fan, new alternator, and Flowmaster mufflers, and I got it for $2,500.
Wow, this is a long time. How many years ago was that?
2007.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, 15 years later,
yeah, motors, transmissions,
it's just a little different. Let me go ahead and give you a quick walk around the cinematic, take a look at it, and then we'll get into the whole story behind it. So Andrew, like, it's a crazy looking car from the outside. I love it. You obviously, let's talk first about this Global Time Attack, because I didn't know what this was. Can you explain, because you race this car?
Absolutely, yeah. So I run with EMRA, NASA, and Global Time Attack. I'd love to get into SCCA as well, but it's a time trial, time attack car. Eventually I might do some head-to-head road racing, but it's just a little more expensive, and you know, I need more safety equipment, but it's pretty much getting on road courses and trying to set the fastest lap times.
You're in certain classes, I imagine.
Yep.
What do you find yourself up against mainly in a car like this?
BMWs, Porsches, honestly a lot of new Camaros, a lot of modern cars.
Yeah.
A lot.
Probably not many old cars.
Yeah, there's not really. So 2 weeks ago I was at Road Atlanta with Global Time Attack, and I was the only FOXBODY. I was probably the only Mustang there, honestly. It's a lot more foreign cars, newer cars. Yeah. So
well, these things weren't meant to turn corners.
They weren't, but with the right parts, you can really, you know, you get them dialed in, you can really get them going around corners pretty nice.
Comes off that easy. Oh, we got a Coyote under here. Before we get into all the suspension and stuff, let's walk us through the motor real quick.
Yeah. So this is a Gen 2 Coyote motor out of an F-150. 2017 F-150 motor. I put American Racing long tube headers on it, a Gen 3 Mustang intake manifold, and the Mustang windage string. It's really nothing fancy.
So it doesn't have Mustang cams, still got the truck cams?
Truck cams, truck timing cover. The only reason I opened it, I dropped the oil pan just to put the windage string in.
Okay. Did you have to do oil pump gears? I think that's more of a Gen 1 thing, right?
Well, that's a big horsepower, big boost thing. Okay. Eventually I'll do it, but no, I didn't. It's literally turnkey. We just dynoed it. Lance over at FOXBODY FX, his friend, he's got a shop called Complete Performance in Georgia. We just got it on the rollers. It made 400 horsepower at the wheels and 368 foot-pounds of torque at 6,800, which is the rev limiter.
Wow, at the wheel, 400s, that's no joke.
Perfect, it's perfect. It's all I need. The tuner said if we pull the rev limiter and spin it higher, it'll make more. But I said, you know what, I'm okay with 400. So
yeah, what RPM range are you usually in?
I'm usually shifted at 65. I'll shift a little higher now that I know, but I didn't know the numbers. So
on the straightaways with this beast, like how far, by the way, quick segue. What I love, you're over miles, Stella.
So
look, and the man even has a beer in there.
it's amazing to drive. I've done 145 at Watkins Glen, and I just did 145 at Road Atlanta.
Wow.
I think in fourth gear, I'm running a 327 rear gear, so it's a little taller than most street cars.
Yeah, it's pretty tall, yeah.
The transmission's a TR3650, which is out of an 01 to 04 GT.
Yeah, and look at this shift handle.
Yeah, because the shift knob is perfectly right by the steering wheel, so it's perfect.
There you go.
I think I can do 160 miles an hour fourth gear. It's insane. It's insane. It's just, obviously the tracks, the longer tracks you're doing more mile an hour, the shorter tracks you're doing less.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she's got plenty of, it's like, dude, it's amazing.
Oh, I bet. Is it a blast to drive?
It's a blast is an understatement. This car is no ABS, solid axle, like it's you know, stick shift. It's amazing. It's a driver's car. It's an absolute. Is
it basically all Maximum? I'm assuming it's Maximum suspension.
It's all Maximum Motorsports. Yep. I'm running Field 441 coilovers, aluminum drive shaft. Like I said, 327 gears.
Do you have like the Panhard bar, the torque arm?
Panhard torque arm, Torsen T2R rear diff. It's a little bit of work in these cars, and they come alive. And it's. I was
surprised too. You're still solid axle, so
you
don't really need the IRS with all those, do you?
I'll tell you, I've done so much research on 0304 Cobra IRS and even the new S550 IRS, and every time with money and fab work and this and that, I go right back to staying solid axle. Okay. Yeah, honestly, like.
That must really hurt their feelings when they get beat by a solid axle car.
Exactly, exactly. You know, it's just, with the right parts and the right alignment and you dial it in, it's not for street, totally IRS, street car IRS. But for racetrack IRS, you're on a smooth road course. If you're not taking the curbs too hard, it's not bad.
You can make it work.
Exactly.
And you know what? I looked at an IRS recently because, like I said, I'm kind of building a little bit of track car, nothing this insane. And they're really expensive now. Like, they're ridiculous. Like $4,000.
You're gonna need all the bushings. You're gonna need a diff cooler.
Delring bushing,
next thing,
probably.
You're $2,000 in, and it's like, I haven't even put it in the car. I'm $2,000 in. So you know, it's time, it's money, it's fab work. If I went IRS, I would have to change spring rates. I would have to change the front sway bar. Like it would. You change it. It's all different.
Well, you are poking out a little bit here. So, are these Fox Link axles or no?
So these are SM95 axles in the rear. It's a basic Moser 28 spline, nothing fancy.
Still 28 spline. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to bump up.
You only have 400 horsepower, so I mean, it's not.
I'm not drag racing on slicks. I'm not. I'm not. You know, out the whole shot. So it doesn't see that shock.
Okay.
These are JDM fender flares. You can find them on Instagram. JDM fender flares, 4-inch flares all the way around. It worked. Cosmos racing wheels. Like it is wide.
Are you 94, 95 spindles up front, or
96
probably?
Spindles up front. Spacers all the way around.
What about the brakes? Okay, you got the Cadillac Brembo.
Those are the Cadillac Brembos, and in the rear, it's just regular SN95 simple stuff.
Really? Okay, so that's a little bit more of a budget build then.
It's absolute budget, and I tell people, I meet people all over the Instagram, YouTube, and all over the tracks I've been to. It's I want to keep it as low budget as possible. It's Home Depot, it's Harbor Freight, it's turning wrenches with your friends. I don't have 200 grand.
Well, that's why it's you pulled it out of a wrecked engine, a wrecked truck.
Junkyard motor, 24,000 mile F-150 motor.
Let's move. Oh yeah, did take the hood off for me, but thanks for that. Yeah, and the interior, guys, you can see all those switches in there. So what, we're trying to get a little bit away from the music, but like what got you to move from the GT, a clean GT, to this? Like, how did that just happen, man?
So I bought it when I was 19, and I knew I want to go racing. I didn't know how to get involved and what I was gonna do, and this was like pre-Insta, there was no Instagram, and there was YouTube was like maybe a thing, but it was 2007. I was 19 years old. I said, I want to buy a Fox Mustang. Always been a Ford Mustang guy, Fox body fan. A bunch of friends had them. And I said, I want to go racing. And literally, I bought the car, and the same day, I threw the back seats out. I threw the carpet out. I started gutting it.
The same day?
The same day. I pulled up to a friend's shop, and we threw it all in his dumpster. And he's like, you're nuts. And I said, dude, if that's 200 pounds, I'm going to go faster.
The purists love you, don't they? They love you.
and I just, little by little, I just started wrenching and reading, and corral.net and all these forums.
Oh, that's old school, absolutely.
And the internet, and just like talking to people and emailing people, and what do you do for brakes and wheels and this and that. And then I got involved with Maximum Motorsports, and I just, every year it got crazier and crazier, man. Oh, man. It's just snowballed, That
is awesome. I think my favorite thing, and let me know what your favorite thing is aesthetically, but for me, it's gotta be the big wing.
I'm actually going to a bigger wing soon.
Are you going to a bigger wing?
So when I was at Road Atlanta last weekend, I met Johnny at 9 Lives.
Yeah.
9 Lives Racing, they make wings. And he was like, dude, let's get a proper wing in this car.
Proper wing.
This is actually a TA2 wing. TA2 is a race class. It's tube chassis, like 800 horsepower race cars.
Oh, wow.
It's
okay.
Mustang Cabero Challenger. I met a guy in Connecticut, and I can't remember his name, but the spec wing changed for that year. So they went bigger and they went carbon fiber. And he was like, dude, give me like $300 for it. So literally Craigslist, 300 bucks. I bought
So like you said, you're always saving money. You're always budget.
You know, it's fun to read the magazines, but when you have to swipe your credit card and you got to pay for this stuff, it hurts a little bit sometimes. You're like, you know what? Let me figure out what I can do for cheaper, for easier, and you know, like I said, networking, going to events, meeting people. Hey, my friend's got this, my friend's got that. You're trading parts. So I'm just trying to keep the costs.
And swap meets are great for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're doing the YouTube thing, right? And social media.
Absolutely, Instagram.
Okay. This is you right here.
That's my handle. Yep.
Escort Sportage, and that's because you said you had.
Yeah. So my first car, also when I was 19, I had a little Ford Escort GT.
Okay.
So I was sporting an Escort, and it Escort Sportage, and it just took off, and you know, here we are, 15 years later. You know. What
a blast! So what are kind of like the future plans for it at this point? We already mentioned the wing. You're gonna go with a bigger wing. Is it gonna come out of here now?
No, you're gonna keep it. This is a fiberglass hatch, so if I bolt, it would crush the hatch. So I'm gonna do chassis mount. It's gonna probably be a little bit wider. I want to do more aero, and I want to do an AccuSump for the oiling system. An AccuSump it's an extra 2 quarts of oil. There's an air piston behind it, and whenever you lose oil pressure, it'll automatically push extra oil in the motor. So when you're going around turns with the lateral G's,
for track racing, that's important.
And the elevation changes, your oil pressure moves a lot, so it just makes sure the motor is always happy with oil. So you know, it's got plenty of power. She's fast enough. It's those insurance mods to keep you out there.
Well, right, because then that's going to save you money in case you blow up your, you don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. My favorite part is seeing you get in. Can we do that real quick? Yeah. Do you want me to hold your beer? Hold my beer.
This is a stock door. I skinned it and gutted it, and I would love to, you know, fix it. But for right now, I literally just pinned it and bolted it in, so I can't open it. So for now, I mean,
it's Dukes of Hazzard style, man.
Literally cup car, you know. But
hey, you make it though.
Yeah.
That's why you got to remove the steering wheel.
Yep. That makes my life a lot easier getting in and out.
And look, you got it all badged up in here too. Stickers everywhere.
Yep. So I got the master kill switch here, which turns everything on. So we have ignition, just the ECU.
Yep.
Fuel pump 1, fuel pump 2, and this is my Volvo power steering pump.
Here we go, Volvo.
So
you said what the trans was again?
It's a TR3650, which is out of just 0104 GT. It's cable clutch, 5-speed. Yep. It's bolt on, the lowest budget. I got it off a guy off Craigslist for 250 bucks. Okay. And you got your fire extinguisher in there, got all your safety equipment, cage and all that? Yep. Yeah, helmet, Hans, I got the suit, the shoes, the whole 9.
You have to wear a fire suit, right? I'm sure, or no?
Yeah, for the faster events you have to. For just like the fun track days, you know, people go out in t-shirts, but God forbid, you know.
Safety first, right? I'm sure.
It's a handful.
I bet. I wish there was a track here because I would want to see it run at the track.
Pocono. We got Poconos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been to Pocono South. We run south, we run north. I'm pretty sure there's another layout, but I've done Pocono a couple times.
Do you put any of those videos up on your channel?
It's all YouTube and Instagram, yep, everything. I do a lot of GoPro onboard footage with the GoPro mounted to my helmet or to the cage.
Oh, awesome.
So all the onboard racing videos are on my YouTube page, and then like the daily wrenching pictures, kind of working on stuff is Instagram. So I do a lot more Instagram stuff, and then when I go to the track, it's all GoPro, YouTube.
Would you mind if we steal one of your favorite clips to throw in this video that you've already got?
Not at all, yeah, I'd love to work, yeah.
All right, guys, so to get a taste of what this is like, I'm gonna throw in a quick clip right here. And then since you're in here, why don't we do one last start? You want to rev it up a little bit? Yeah, let's do that. He said, yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
You don't like it at all. Look at that smile on that face. He hates it. He hates his car.
I love this thing.
That's exactly why you destroy a FOXBODY GT for this.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome, bro. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, man. Now, I always thought the Coyotes, honestly, are too loud, but that's for the street. That's a race car sound.
Very loud, man.
And it sounds good coming from this car, man.
I actually got 2 sets of mufflers on this car. I put little.
You got like resonators on there?
Yeah, little race bullets, which did nothing.
Yeah.
And then I put a little conical baffle in it. The company, Dynatech, I believe, they said it's good for like 5 decibels. My neighbors must hate me. So then I ended up doing, I welded on V-bands and I did a SpinTech. I've been running SpinTech mufflers for years. I'm a big fan of SpinTech. These are their Sportsman series. It's like their quietest street muffler. And as you can see, it's still loud.
Yeah, it's still loud. But I will say, when it idles, you don't really know. It got a little quiet. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, but when you get on it, it's over.
Wide open throttle. I mean, I wear earplugs when I'm out.
Yeah, I was back there. It's a YouTube hazard. I was like, I should have done this. Well, that's awesome, man. I love it. And then Stella's definitely the best touch.
Moto radiator, Mishimoto oil cooler. I got to mention my sponsors, Road Race One. Road Race One is an official supplier for me, all the parts. We are an MM dealer, improved racing dealer.
Oh, you're actually a Maximum dealer. All right.
I'm a Maximum Motorsport sponsor as well. We deal with them. So any part, even if it's not a Mustang, we can get it. You can send us Summit part numbers, and we'll probably get, we'll probably save you some money on it.
How would they contact you for that?
DM me on Instagram. I can, email.
The Escort Sportage. Yeah.
And I have a link in my bio that'll send you to the Road Race One website. I gotta thank Cosmos Racing Wheels. They've been big help.
I do love the wheels. They look good.
18 by 11, so they allow me to run some really wide tires.
11.
Yeah, it's wild.
I thought 10 was wide.
I know.
Oh, it's a race car though.
It's wild. So yeah, MM, Road Race One, LI wrap. My buddy John out in Long Island, he wrapped the car years ago. It's been a little kind of, scratched up since then. Yeah. Exactly. But when I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It came out beautiful. And then obviously Lance over at FOXBODY FX, he's huge help.
He actually got you out to the show, right?
Absolutely. He was the one who told me about it. I did a podcast with him a couple weeks ago, and it's just networking. And
the FOXBODY Influencers podcast, yeah.
Literally, and I've never heard about this place. And I said, dude, you know what? It's close to home. Why not come out and, meet people and meet and greet? And, here we are.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then now you get to meet me, and we get to put this up. So you gave me content, man.
Absolutely, man.
That's the big thing. YouTubers are always looking for content. So yeah, appreciate you.
Dude,
I got to go get me one of those, man.
Dude, on me. Seriously.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Well, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
On that note.
If you did, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe to me and also Escort Sportage.
Yeah,
you'll take all the subscribers.
I'm here to help, man. Absolutely.
There we go. Asking questions. Tell them Gearhead sent you. And that'll do it. We'll see you here next time on Gearhead 704.